of 9 o'clock, and the program is still Weekend Only Birds here on Sunrise FM 96.1. Yes, we are moving straight into the final segment of this program. The final segment, I think we say have more segments like the AM news, the midday news. It's part of the segment, don't you think so? All right, on this segment, Clear Mirror, of course, we are going to look into movie making in Nigeria.
It's so good.
Movie making in Nigeria. Now, talking about Nollywood. You go to America, they call it Hollywood. You go to India, they call it Bollywood. And a host of other names they call it.
Don't they also did
Imana, India make wood. They forget na wood go sisi.
Mwagaza bakwa akudo wood.
Akudo wood.
Chikuno kwe.
Kediye mwagaza
wood.
Okay, and of course for us to discuss this very important topic, we need to bring somebody who really understands what movie making in Nigeria is all about. We have a lot of people that are upcoming. We have a lot of people that have really made mark in Nigeria movie industry. Yes, I have somebody in the studio. This person I'm talking about have a lot of accolade. I think I would really want my guest to introduce himself. Yes, I would want him to introduce himself because you cannot see him, but I can see him. He's dressed with our famous Ishiago. I can see the red cap. I'm even looking at the... yes, do you know we talked about Omenana in the last segment? I think he needs to introduce himself.
Imagine the compatibility.
He's going to tell us something about Omenana before we talk about movie making. So, please, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, good morning. Okay, my name is Prince Tyler Okechiku Onaa. Yeah, I'm from my home in the Ozowalu Onaa area of ENUGU State.
Okay.
Now,
he said Prince Tyler Okechiku Onaa. I've heard of Onodugo. Now I'm hearing Onaa. Wait, Ugo and Enyi. I think I would prefer Onaa. If any you can come closer. See, Sister Clara, anybody listening to us now, I want you to keep imagining the Enyi that we have right here in the studio.
And that is don't be smarting.
Okay, Prince, I would really want you to tell us more about yourself. You simply introduce yourself as Prince Tyler Okechiku Onaa, and we are discussing movie making in Nigeria.
Okay.
Who are you in the movie industry?
All right, I'm a movie executive producer and the CEO of the Movers Entertainment. That's the main TV. The main TV, I mean not the main, the man.
Okay.
D-E-M-E-N, the main TV. Go there, you see some of my films and my skits and my short movies.
Okay, I'm always critical when I hear certain name. The men, that is D and M-E-N.
D-E. M-E-N.
That is the man.
The man.
Okay. Is it that you people don't have anything to do with women? The men. I want to understand
the creation of the world or earth, automatically. The man pronounced that God created is man. So I look at it as when you say man, you're talking about men and women. From the realm of a man, you get a woman.
Okay. All right. Prince Tyler. Yes. In our last segment on this very program, we talked about Omenana.
Yeah.
And we were like asking people to tell us that particular Omenana that they would want us to jettison, they would want us to throw away. And the ones that most people nowadays seems to, ignore. We talked about women eating gizzard. We know in the olden days, Sister Clara, what gizzard? She understands what that means. We also know that In the olden days, when your father or mother dies, you must kill cow. But of course, if you don't, you won't do it to any other person. And a host of other interesting traditions. So we are asking you now. I see the way you're dressed. Automatically, you're more or less a titled person. What do you say on that ground before we come proper into movie making in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Somehow my introduction about myself is not complete.
Okay.
I'm a high chief.
Okwampulia. Okwampulia for red cap.
Yes, variously, I am Chief Ozowalu Onaa, one of our home.
Hey. Ozowalu Onaa.
One of our home. I'm also Agwejejemba, one of Amachalango. Yes. Though this one is in the university, in the high institution. That is Dental University of Therapy, Transecula ENUGU. They also titled me. I was up on Akonel.
Hey! The studio is now shaking. The studio is shaking.
It's about some of my doings, you know.
Okay.
So I'm a pure traditionalist. I like Omenana. Very good. And I'm trying to establish the fact that Omenana is not a saying.
Okay.
Then Omenana is not just Igbo.
Okay.
You know, there are how people look at this thing called Omenana.
Good.
You know? Let me come down to Igbo language.
Good.
Okay. There's something he said. Onse na Omenana kedu nke buzo wee bịa. Na ani Igbo precisely. Wasn't asking Kube na just know Omenana. Because I know Iba no tupu ha bụ ndoka wee bịa. Otago wesizie gi ma ndoka bazelu wesi no Omenana ga na wesi why ebe ọ bụ na ihe dị na anyị na-eji eme Omenana mgbe na tata ha bụ ndoka na-emesizia ime ọgụlụ gị n'ogene ndị be anyị akwado arụsị ndoka na-eti ogene ekpili ndị be anyị ji agba afa ndoka na-eti ekpili ududu ndị amoosu ji eji izu ndoka na-eti udu akwa eke ndị be anyị ji ọgba oke ọgwụ ndoka na-eti akwa eke ha na-etikwa ikpe ijele ha bụ ndoka na-agwọzi ọgwụ ha bụ ndoka na-agbazi afa gwọzi ọya dị n'iche n'iche. So you know, in that case, if you look at it, if you know Mbebo, a hospital,
Okay.
but I can't do then. You can know in card 120 something years. I think in card 150 minimum. When you now 70 years, then young. But you don't lose 70 years. Is no longer expecting more than 5 years, except by the grace of God today. Mbaba, oh men are now, and we have on Borogona. There are people. When the messages from all these leaves you see, all these leaves you see are herbs. They talks, they communicate. Many have spiritual inspiration. So I know why now I what time I can able to tell okay. I spent some time in some countries. What became with the Lanoka? I die cook at
Okay.
I do can obodo. You had a memory just I pick it in but the one get trouser. You get the game. I can take off tea.
Hey!
Yes. At the end of the service, you never and dinner will go. That get your cash. That get your you know. But our own church is a business. So then I'm not criticizing church, by the way. But I'm trying to tell you that no Omenana, the very good, and choka people water. Niha Boromena Abola join. And you Omenana is Buni maybe who know and maybe call joy when I get boogie. And I get boogie.
Okay, Prince, I so much appreciate your explanation this morning on that side. Okay, movie making in Nigeria. Yes, you are an executive movie producer, and so I would want you to tell us exactly what movie making is all about.
No, movie making is all about entertainment. Although it's also a business.
Okay.
But mostly entertainment. You know, that's what is called fun. That's what is called fun. Mostly in movie. It's something that might have happened or that can happen tomorrow. Then about imagination. Or combining two things together and make it one. that you take experience from you and from Akudo and from myself, combining the characters and trying to make them work together.
Okay.
Movie is a part of school.
Okay.
It's part of school. Because if you're conversant with that, if you are watching movies and you're understanding it, you're just learning. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, now what does it take for one to become a movie producer?
A lot of things. A lot of things. A whole lot of things. Then depends on how you want it.
Okay.
You know, there is different from there is a movie director, there are actors, and then there are producers. Then there are executive producers. I am an executive producer. This is because of the passion I have for filming. One, the passion, the love I have in helping. Because if you're an executive producer, it means you sponsor an industry or sponsor a particular film, you know. In that case, it is not all that easy, right? Like in my own industry, I have made some films, but I try to pick some superstars, few, that I like working with upcomers.
Okay.
To develop their talents. Yeah. To develop their talents. When we started with an academy.
Okay.
We call it Young Stars Movie Academy.
Young Stars Movie Academy.
That was in 2017
Whoa.
to 2019. Right? I picked people, small children. I just came back from abroad then.
Okay.
And somebody ran into me. I was not into film. But whenever I do anything, people say I look like this person. Like there's this people, I look at this person, I look at my role model. What people say and the way they look at it, that is Shina Rambo. Sylvester.
Sylvester Mago.
Yes. So,
Sylvester Mago.
yeah, anytime, even in my gathering with my friends, they would just call me Shina Rambo, you know, that kind of thing. So I remember during my school days,
Okay.
then Nigerian Nollywood is not popular like this.
Okay.
So my friends also call me Snoop Dogg. You see? So yeah, so,
Lanky neck.
yes, and that time I plait my hair down up to here.
Wow.
I started putting earrings from my secondary school days.
Wow.
So, but at that time I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just choosing a career. You know, and I don't know where I'm going.
Wow.
So now people call me Snoop Dogg. You know,
Wow.
I started looking at things. So now, when I came back to Nigeria, I still have small money. Then somebody met me and introduced me that this is very good if we can run it. Although it's very expensive, mostly when you are running like academy.
Okay.
And the type of academy I'm running into is that we have registration and other things, but we spend more than you receive. You know? We started from there. So in 2018, we shot the movie called The Beast in the Land.
The Beast in the Land.
Yes. So, I now find out that I have to enter into full-time movie production. So, how do I do it? I start connecting people. Like the last one we did, Cynthia Okereke, Odaiweti Ipechuku, OT, some of them, I paid them, but I now concentrate in the upcomers, people who have talent but they cannot execute it. Because there is something that is happening in the industry. Maybe you are an executive producer. Okay. If you are an upcomer, if you cannot give, you cannot take.
Okay.
Your name, but almost the same thing. Roots Kadiri name.
Okay. No, there's one aspect that I really want to get this executive producing and all that. For instance, like as the parade master now, maybe I make huge money. I mean, not just. Aboko Belego.
Oh, Gagbo.
I just make billions of dollars. Then I come into Nigeria and I just want to start producing movie.
There is God.
Do I have the power, the right to do it without being a member of the Nollywood?
Yes,
I want to
understand where you're going. There
Okay.
are some things you have to do.
Okay.
There is what they call AMP, Association of Movie Producers
Okay.
of Nigeria,
Good.
which I'm a member.
Okay.
You also have to register your industry in Corporate Affairs Commission, which I did.
Good.
You have to, there are a lot of steps you have to take, but that should be one by one.
Okay.
Exactly, unless you have the money in bulk. You can still do it. You know, movie is not one-man business.
Okay.
Yeah, that you are the EP, being the executive producer, does not mean you can do it alone. No, you must have a director. Like God wants to help me, He gave me a good director, a man who has a conscience, is in the person of Director Collins Aharonwa, Mr. Ahams. It's a God-fearing man.
Okay, now you've now made me to at least know exactly what being an executive producer in movie it's all about. Now let's talk about movie industry in Nigeria. For the number of days, weeks, months, and years you spend in Nigeria movie production,
Yeah.
how would you want to compare it with other movie production around the world? Especially, is it Bolly or
Ejina made that
Oh.
thing, and I'm
Of
Indian.
course,
but we'll watch?
let
Okay.
me come in
Go on.
about this.
Okay.
If you look at me,
Yes.
you see, even my director used to advise me. He said, the weight I'm throwing into production and all this and that, this is what I'm supposed to have started doing. So I will make more or mega money and filming. But I told him, I'm a traditional man. There are things I do and the one I cannot do.
Yes.
If you like me, I don't. If you go to Asaba, you say when Hindi Bonabo, Ocha Sibuta, Ocha was Sibuta. It's not my interest.
Good.
That's why I'm not all that famous and popular. Because I don't want to engage myself in things that I will be restless. Are you getting it right? Even in my local life living, I have not less than 20 or 30 boys I'm breeding that are not my children.
In this movie industry.
Not just in the industry, in the social
On a
life.
normal.
For instance, in estate development,
Okay.
in something like building or other things.
Okay.
If you're looking at me, I did not study estate development in the university. I have people who are my friends who are estate developers. Some of them are in Nigeria, some are not. But because of my do's and don'ts,
Okay.
they handed those business over to me to manage for them.
Okay.
I don't move to the greatest engineers.
Okay.
I go to the little ones who knows the job, but they don't have opportunity to be exposed in a modern life. I give them the job. At times, if it's fun, I volunteer some of my bosses, transport bosses, give them. This is what is called a part of poverty alleviation.
Okay.
So this is what I do in the movie production. I also want to bring some people. There are now some people I know that they started with me as upcomers today. If they are not too popular, they are receiving money from filming. At least they ask for you, pay them 100,000, 150.
Okay.
They are growing. Whenever I move, they go, boss. Yes, I've made something. I've achieved something there. So most of the times, I even spend more because I know exactly what I'm pursuing.
Okay.
My pursuit, I know it will still give me money, but my major pursuit is to make people. Because I believe the greatest investment is human investment. That's the one.
I like that.
Zokalef.
I'll still come back to that my question,
Okay.
which is comparing the Nigerian movie industry with, let's say, American movie making, the Bollywood.
Nigerians are doing good. I cannot say that we're not doing good.
Good.
And the woman and the buying was no longer nothing near them.
Okay.
So we're doing well. But my brother is still very, very far before he starts comparing us with Americans
Okay.
or people in the Western world. We just started.
Okay.
I just pray. There's only one thing. Practice make perfect.
Okay.
Yes, Nigerians are developing faster. Yes, their movie experiences are growing rapidly. But all I'm praying for is that we'll do it like that of the white men. Look at them. Like now in Nigerian industry, I can find out that we started fighting ourselves in the industry instead of creating more impact.
Oh.
In the Western world, a white man is thinking on how to double cross this man. This is a commando. I know he has done well. I want to do better than him with all I have. Not to go to native doctor so that commando will die. So
Hey.
this is a part of what we practice here. It's not good. All right. Okay. And this is Jack Chan. Remember that there was Bruce Lee before Jack Chan.
Exactly. Yes.
So when you see in Chinese world or Japanese, if you do this, the next person will try to do better than you, not to try to eliminate you, so that he will do exactly what you did. So the problem I know we are facing here is a kind of jealousy, which is not good. So what I'm saying is that Nigeria, Nollywood, have the opportunities to go far, to go higher, which they are going. But the problem is that we need peace, we need unity. And some of the stories we are hearing during the demise of Junior Pope, you can hear what people are saying here and there.
Wow.
If you are not a lion-hearted man, you either quit. You either quit to have your life, and some of them even pronounce it.
The content.
Yes, manage to content. You see, so in Nigeria, they want everything to become money for them. No, it's not like that. So we learn good things and not the bad ones. We have to learn how to grow faster and not to fight each other.
Okay, now I want to know how movie making in Nigeria has actually influenced the society. Has it influenced the society positively or negatively, especially as it concerns our tradition?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. No, there are things you have to understand. One is that movie making has at least made some people, have elevated some people from poverty. You know, there are people. Do you know why movie is good? Like Lady Cynthia Okereke late. When I was discussing with her one day, so we are climbing an upstairs. She was there to audition for something for me. We are doing audition that day. So people are in the upstairs. So I was holding her coming up. I said, Mama, you're too fat, you're too big. She told me that why movie is good, why filming is good, is that it's only this her size that made her famous in the film industry.
Okay.
If you're a madman, but you have sense, a common sense,
Interpret the script.
madness can give you money. If you're a blind man, blindness can give you money in filming. If you are a crippled man, it can give you money in filming. So do not get that it's very good. Nigerian Nollywood is very good because it is it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity that anyone can benefit from. If you can watch Ozowalu, it is now that he started speaking English in the filming. But before, he only speak Igbo. And his handsomeness, very handsome black.
Yes,
Yes, now.
Very handsome.
So this is what I'm trying to say. So it is affecting the society. The result is good. It's not bad. Are you getting me right? Okay. And also there are a lot of teachings, even in tradition. Traditionally, yes. Nigerian movie. That's how you understand it. It is just like it is subject to interpretation. The way you understand it. It's not like Bible. The way you understand it and the way you understand it. If you're watching films, there are some even ritual movies. If you are watching it, in the beginning, control, self-control, yes. You will be eager to go and join Ogwego. But if you watch the end, they always tell you at the end that it's not good because they have bad ending.
All is vanity.
Yes, all is vanity.
That reminds me. You know, in my mind about Omenala,
yes.
I remember that most of the movies that people watch somehow may have influenced people who go for traditional marriage. Like when you give the wine to the woman on getting to the husband, instead of the husband to drink the wine, he will now pour it away.
Yes.
Do you know it's only in movie that I watch this?
Okay. Yeah. But that thing is real.
Okay.
For example, it's real, President. The reason is this. There was, in short, let me say when I was growing, if somebody died in your family, for more than 1 week, nobody will cook in that family. It is people outside that will be bringing food to your family because you lost something. Then, almost 1 month, mourning people. It makes that death also to have fear and conscience. If you're in a community, in a whole year, up to 10 persons may not die in a community. Do you know why? There are some traditional sacrifices. Yes. But today. Okay. So now.
Okay.
Get me right. So that time when Nagwagi love. One me. I could remember during the time of my fathers, I Jena Onaa Omenana. A keg of palm wine.
Yes.
I would take 1 glass. And you got like 15 on a line. Okay. You got a metu on one negabia. Otua.
Okay, okay, if you need to watch one cup.
No, one cup. Ofu cup. Imo. Imam Changwi. Small boys.
Holy Communion.
So you know,
like you got two.
no fear then. No fear then. Then if you come to the market square, in front of my father, others, one village or a ward, the elders not there. You go take one about 4 liters of palm. How to say? Oba. That is local cup of drink.
Yes.
Hancha, imucha, in one negi, one young. But today, you can never leave your bottle of beer empty and eat yourself.
Hey.
Because you may come back.
And
so now, Gimana Abazenku is also afraid. See, that's why I told you that Nollywood is about telling you what has happened or what may happen. Now, Zibu, in Abanku, Abayagin Quarter, in Werike, and the cost of drinking it, you feel something there. And they watch China film. It's a teaching, and it's happening live. It's really happening. So for that reason, it is trying to tell me how Rosie called him.
Okay,
Things are not like that is.
Prince, you know, in a discussion like this, we need to also let our listener know that it is a participatory program where they have opportunity also to pick up their phone, call us. For those who have an input, maybe to ask you a question or make 1 or 2 observations, to do so, the number to call is 0907-275-9950 or 0706-815-8029. That's the numbers to call, and you'll be live in the studio to make your own contribution. In the studio with me is Prince Tyler Okechukwu Onodwenyi, the executive movie producer. He's also an estate development there. Yes, I remember before coming on this program, you also told me that you are a human rights activist.
Non-governmental organization.
A non-governmental organization. Do you care to call the name of the non-governmental organization? Or you just want us to...
Yes, I care to do that because anything you're doing, you don't impersonate. You don't impersonate.
Okay.
It is only known for lawyers. Mama. When you are a non-governmental organization, it means you have the conscience to help, because I don't like seeing people being cheated or being intimidated or being humiliated.
Okay, I think I like that. You know,
I'm a cheating parade master. They cheating since
no.
Mama nata gizzard.
Yes. Somehow, all the wrong in the beginning. It is for men, and not only men, for the old men.
Yes.
Okay, about old man.
Oh no,
Yes. Okay. Yes. Once again, the number is still 0907-275-9950 or 0706-815-8029. Let's get to talk about movie making in Nigeria. I know you out there. You watch Nigerian Nollywood. I believe there could be 1 or 2 things you watch in the movie which you don't like or may not understand. This is an opportunity for you to talk to Prince Tyler Okechukwu Onodwenyi, a movie producer, executive movie producer for that matter. He may want to respond to 1 or 2 of your questions. Now, I want to ask this question. I've watched something in the movie where you see a coffin flying. A friend of mine was telling me, how can this coffin be flying like this? So that means that if somebody die and maybe you offend the person and then you put the person in the coffin could fly. And I want you to... I'm confused here. Can you tell us 1 or 2 things? Why is it that in the movie the coffin will just fly? See, I want to come kiss Achi. Let me ask the question. I'm not coming.
Well, it's not. Your question is good. It's not only coffin you can see that flies in the film. It's what they call editing. And when you are editing a film from the system, you can make things like that possible. But we're not doing that because coffin can fly. Good. We're trying to tell you the possibilities and impossibilities of life. If you are walking Jackie Chan, you can see Jack fly. You can move from here on the air. The leg will be doing like this.
Beating
Do
20
you
people.
think it's possible for a human being to do?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh,
Those
God,
things are-
coffee, and Nigeria go to
so,
the
so this is no, even now almost Ghana born Nigerian Jack Chan.
Oh, there.
Ndị Igbo mekwukwe the something.
Etu
you know?
a-
Where na agwa gị.
So ihe a niile bụcha is there are messages because in the spiritual realm, even in the olden days, ọ bụ na mmadụ nwụọ ọ bụ na egburu egbu. You know, eje meri omenala. The person will move. The person will move. Like in my family, you know, I'm from a royal family.
Okay.
Onye mụta my father bụ Igwe, a king.
Okay.
So, only one man in our family then. He's a great man. So I said, now, so our people have to do what? In my family, I will get the area, I can men and I said, no, see me, do ta. Nya geje. Manandi by Guaria, no Joey, Nagwana, no, Yagwana, no, can happen to you, but how was it like that? But the dojo, I don't believe in the broad daylight. Thunder with storm. Thunder. We move. But in my family, they won't want this. Can you handle this firewood? Or could you very well live to go in? This is the life story my father told me, and it is in the history of my family.
Wow.
So now, before it is almost ending of 70s. Before I do wood, we move. The elders put us there. Praise way. How am I gonna? This is a signal.
Okay, I think we need to
and
welcome.
hold that in next thousand and drop the firewood back.
Hello, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. I'm fine. Please, let's know your name and location. Please, you need to be more audible so that we can hear you very well. Uncle Benson, where are you calling us from? All right, go ahead and make your contribution. That's what I'm trying. Okay, go ahead. I think it has improved. Yes. Yes, that's what he said. Because it's like the network is really trying to play a trick on us. Yes, 0907 275 9950 or 0706 815 8029. It is very important to call and participate on this very interactive session. Hello, good morning. Okay, you can call us back. Yes, now, Prince Tyler, in a situation like that, I mean, that story you just told, you are now trying to make us understand the impact of tradition.
Yes, it works.
That if, for instance, they want to translate that in a movie, that it is possible.
Yes,
like representing that spiritual aspect that we cannot physically see.
Exactly, yes. That's exactly what I'm telling you. And it is real. It is real. The reality is this. You know, Christianity is very good. Yeah? But the problem is that they have misled a lot of us. It's very good, but they are not supposed to come for us to abandon our own tradition. Our own tradition, which has been working, like myself, I so much believe in Omenana.
Okay, now, is there anything you think needs to be done, maybe to improve the Nigerian movie industry beyond where it is right now?
Yes, but one is that another thing is government support.
Okay.
Government is not supporting the industry. Because if like now we don't have equipment in Nigeria. Okay, now I am an executive producer. What is right is that if it is in the Western world, if you register, government will see your inspirations. They will equip you. They have a kind of their own studios. But if you want to act, you come there and act free. Even if they don't give you equipment, you go there and act free. But here, you must have your equipment.
At least location good.
Look, you're getting me right. So, but now, as we are here, it's not easy. Every executive producer have to buy his own equipment, and if you don't have, you have to hire. A camera like this, they'll tell you 3.5 million, 4 million, just one camera, among other equipments you need. Then remember that we are not even using the standard camera that the white men are using, because a white man can use a camera that can pick more than 2 miles.
Wow.
Yes, of course. Are you getting it right? So we need to improve, but we need government support too. We need government support in any way. Are you getting it right? Because there are some equipment that even some of the producers may have the money to buy, but they cannot recover it.
Okay, can you go to this question, Sister Clara, because this explanation on the now, I'm beginning to, no interest. How do I gonna move you?
Who know you gonna move? More talk about movie since again. Not the gamma. You can say, but what are we some now? So you get the move.
But Okwa can judge you first before we conclude. As an executive movie producer, Sister Clara, I don't understand that I want to become an executive movie producer. I don't want to go and ask. Like, I want to know the minimum an executive producer could have to go into movie production.
Okay, movie production is just like marriage. There's no specific amount you can have before you committed yourself to marriage.
Okay.
The minimum you have is your heart.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program. Your name and location?
I'm calling from Ozowalu.
All right, Godwin Ganilu.
Because when you were and we're going to attach it, I only program on the last week. I don't know whether I will spend a lot of time to put something about this computer dictionary and all that. I can tell you what you can computer
Computer. That is okay. Ihe a ga na-akpọ computer bụ kọwapụta. Okay. Okay, so what you're saying is that the Igbo dictionary should be Obaoku, right? Then computer will now be Kọwapụta. Okay, don't worry.
In most cases, what we give to some of these states now as bank, and coaches and that, I give the example here. A woman in a bank, about the same as no law. Commission power. I'm going to ask you on your oxygen. I put a two way at a banner.
Yes.
But the time I'm going to go. So that's a new way to get that you can be happy, you can be contented what you do. That's your standard. You will have no more mad or pushing in the day of money. Did you go on the road, baby? There's a fire and you will move more money. Nollywood can rush you up and bring you up. You shine. You know, now look at our two brothers, the action. I'm going to just whatever I have to go to them. So, that's just one of those things like about they can help you wherever you have something else to say.
Thank you so much, Godwin. God bless you. All right, let's welcome another caller.
Yeah, Uwe.
All right.
Yeah, Sister Clara.
Oh, Sister Clara. Okay. Okay. So him near gonna make in a studio.
Who know you got it? Who know you got it?
Gwakwa maka na mfu aka na the gizzard nsogbu ada. Okay. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right. Okay. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. No. Turn down the volume on your radio set or just switch it off, please. Yes, lower the radio. Loud and clear. Let's know your name and location, please.
I'm calling from Enugu.
All right. Your name?
My name is Emeka. I've been listening to what people are saying.
Okay.
Concerning the Nollywood.
Go ahead.
Anything in life has a price. Nigeria is Nollywood is just like they want to make the money, but they don't want to spend it. But when you compare, when the man in your station there talking about the foreign movies and all that, and all that, it depends on what you want. Are you going into this thing? It's your passion. Are you going into this thing because you want to make money? I know everything people is in their own movie. They take them, most of their movies take one. But in Nigeria, everybody wants to be a producer. It's not even your calling, it's not even what you are doing. Just because you have the money, you're looking for where to invest the money, and somebody's giving you the idea to do what you want to do as a person. Then you go into the air, and most of the producers, they bring in somebody into the movie and they want to take advantage of the person. So when you're talking about Nigerian movies, it's a very good thing. But sometimes when you look at the movie, you watch the production of the movie, the settings of the movie, where they are doing their things. It's easy for you to indicate what will happen before you even watch. Once the movie starts, you already know what will happen. So when they are talking all these things, spend money and you don't spend money, Nigerian government is not complying or assisting them, which is wrong. In the developed country, their country supports them in what they are doing. So based on how Nigeria is based on what they want to get. And that's right.
Producers, they really want to make money, but they don't want to invest more money in the movie making. You said so, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the executive producer here in the studio, Prince Tyler, will respond to that thing you said. Maybe I believe he will have one or two things to say. In respect
Yes.
Say it of Christianity.
Yes.
Christianity, if I don't know how old he is, but Christianity, but if his parents will tell him a story of 1970, so he's still a young guy. So when you talk about Christianity and tradition in Africa has been existent before the Christianity. We accepted Christianity because the white men see us like fools. They use it to manipulate us. I'm not saying there is no God, but the Christianity based on God. I'm not saying there is no God, but the reality of it is that every human being, just like I said in the studio now, you wake up this morning, you come out with your own dress. So to your colleague, come out with her own or his own dressing. So your colleague will not come to you and tell you that what you are wearing is not good.
Okay.
You should wear his or her own style of dressing. This is what the white man needs to know.
All right.
If you want to know the tradition, if you want to know the reality, that goes back to the Old Testament of Bible.
Okay, Emeka, you know the executive producer here in the studio supports tradition very well, but I think that point you made is exactly where he really wants to respond very fast, because in terms of tradition, he is also a traditional title holder.
I'm not a traditional title holder. I'm not traditional. I don't believe.
Okay, it's all right. Let's get to allow him respond to that comment you made. Thank you so much for your call.
I think saying about Christianity and the tradition,
Okay.
that Christianity is more about God.
Yes.
I want to put it clear that both tradition and Christianity is more about God. If you see a chief priest of any shrine or even a native doctor, when you want to pray in the morning, the first thing we say is Ezechitoka Abiyama, which is the most high God. The difference is that the white men introduced about Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ, Abraham, and the traditionalists don't know about those stories.
Okay.
One God guides both Christians and traditionalists. And I know that if there is heaven, does it mean that if the white men have not introduced Christianity, there is no traditional man who can go to heaven?
Okay.
That's the question. This thing is the Christianity or whatever you do, whatever you believe on, is about your character. your belief, the way you associate with your fellow man, the love you show to people. Because the temple of God is in our heart. So anything you are doing, you know when you are doing what is right. And you know when you are doing what is right. You can judge yourself on earth before even dying. So they are all the same thing. That's what I think about it.
Closer to the end of the program, but of course, I would want you to finalize, maybe tell us most especially more about yourself, your aspiration in this movie industry and Nollywood generally.
Okay, thank you very much. Stand before people. But they're graduates, they have what they say or how to talk. They know what to speak. But they don't have the confidence, the courage to stand before people. But when you come into movie industry, those things will be very common for you. That's why they did what they call audition. During the audition, they will teach you what you're supposed to know, how you're supposed to do it. Even if you're feeling shy, they will now let you understand that this is not about shyness. Because the moment you're facing the camera, facing the public. So I am saying that in Nollywood, Nigerian Nollywood is good. And I say that God will give us more courage, more financial muscle to establish what we have in mind. I believe that by the grace of God, in the nearest future, Nigerian Nollywood will be up to a standard of expectation.
Amen.
That is my prayers. I say to my own humble self, the CEO, the Movers Entertainment World, and CEO, the Man TV, I will also ask you people to watch my YouTube. Also subscribe for me if you like it, so that we grow together.
Right. Okechukwu Onoduenyi Ozowalu Onaa one of Ohum.
Yes.
There's one thing I know of Ohum. I have a friend from Ohum. Ohum. The first time I heard that name, so each time somebody say Ohum, I'll remember the monastery.
Yes. Yes.
Ohum monastery.
Yes. Even when you were giving address, that's what we call it. Yes, it's
I from that Ohum monastery, and unfortunately, I can't. A monk, for that matter. I mean, seeing a monk for the very first time, that very day I felt like, oh, so nanga again igwa. So nanga again igwa. Okay. All right, Prince. Thank you so much for coming on today's edition of the program Weekend Omnibus. And I hope when next we call on you, you will be able to make out time out of your tight schedule to honor the invitation.
Thank you very much.
All right, very interesting segment. I'm going to play a song by Ozemene Nsugbe on that particular track. Omenana. Omenana. I know you love it. So please,
I love that.
yes.